Hello Flosstube, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. Tuesday, May 28th, 2023. I'm coming to you a little bit late this week, but I did decide to go ahead and film a Flosstube episode because I have a lot to share, and I know I'm going to have a lot to share in my regular Sunday episode, so I thought I would just go ahead and film midweek and have a little midweek surprise for everyone. So welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me again. I always love seeing you guys and spending this time together. So we are going to jump right in today. I want to remind everyone that I have links listed down in the description below. So if you are ever wondering what exactly I am using or showing you, if I have a link for it, I do try to include that down below. I also include timestamps so that you can jump to whatever you are interested in. I have quite a few Q&A today. I have a couple of shout outs. I have a finish, some new starts, some whips. I want to talk about some upcoming sales that are happening, not just mine, but other people's as well. We're going to talk a little bit about my Flossiversary summer sale. I've got some haul, stitchy mail, and of course some giveaways and giveaway announcements. Q&A this week. Jenny says, YouTube, these are actually more like comments and not questions to start with. Jenny says YouTube Premium is amazing. You can add 6 family members to your plan and you can share with grandparents and split the cost. I thought that was amazing. I did not know that you could share or have 6 family members on a plan. That's incredible. I'm actually going to look into it. I did not know that because I thought just for me that's kind of ridiculous, but I might do that because Ethan might appreciate it too. Let's see. Deborah, the librarian, says that she believes Tiger Lily has a video that explains how to make a t-shirt quilt. So all of these next comments are all going to be about the t-shirt quilting. Because I had a question about it and I asked if you guys had information, and boy, did you. So she says that Tiger Lily has a video. I did not go look it up, but you guys can search Tiger Lily and see about that. And she says you have to use interfacing so the material doesn't stretch. And there was a lot of that, and I'm going to give you guys another option as well. And I'm going to show you. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Jerry says Touch of Gold interfacing for t-shirts, quilts works great. Peggy says she has made a few t-shirt quilts and you need to wash and dry them with no dryer sheets. She cut hers into 15-inch squares and you could make the block smaller. And she fuses Pellon SF101 to the back of the t-shirts to stabilize them. And she says soft and stable would be too thick for this, which is kind of what I thought, but I liked hearing that. And really soft and stable is for bags. I should have thought of that last week, but yes, soft and stable is really just for bag making. Jacqueline says that Gina Tell of Thread Graffiti did a t-shirt quilt tutorial for Fat Quarter Shop a few months ago that was very informative. I will drop that link down below. Jan says iron the SF101 interfacing to the back of your t-shirt quilts. So there's another recommendation for that. Take the size of the square you want. And she said, cut all of your shirts by centering your front through your square. Then you can sew your squares together or add 2.5-inch strips for sashing, which is really nice because it does kind of make it look really nice. Maxwell Studio and Diana both said Missouri Star Quilts has books and kits for making t-shirts, quilts. Leanne says okay, never mind. That's going to be the next question. So sorry. My friend Lori works for a company that sells this product, and it is amazing. And Lori, thank you, Lori, made us some examples. So it's actually in a different bottle now, but it's called Terrial Magic Fabric Stabilizer. And I believe she said there's a tutorial for this at Fat Quarter Shop, and I will look for that, and I'm going to link that down in the description below as well. So this is an amazing product. You could use this with other fabric too. We actually used this for something when we were we wanted to stabilize fabric and then die cut it with regular dies. She was making like little stockings. But Lori has some t-shirt fabric here. So this is like your regular t-shirt fabric. Really stretchy, right? Really stretchy. So you have this and it rolls up and all of that. This is the same fabric treated with the Terrial Magic. Is that not amazing? It stabilizes it so that you can sew it very easily. Now, the beauty of this is after you have used the Terrial Magic for your fabric and you've cut your squares or your rectangles or whatever, and you've sewn them together, then once you're completely done with your quilt, you wash it and it washes out. And so it's soft, just like your favorite t-shirt. So I wanted to share this, and I also want to just tell Lori thank you. She dropped this by my house because she called me and she's like, I have something. And I completely forgot because she gave me some of this a long time ago. And when we were together, we used it for something. But she made us these little samples, and I wanted to share this with you because it's a fantastic product. So I will link all of that down in the description below as well. And again, thank you, Lori. Love you, friend. Okay. Leanne says, will you tell us how much fabric we need for the back insides ahead of time for the project bag? Not really. I'm sorry. It is kind of a trial and error type thing. I can give you my best guess for it. Unfortunately, life has been crazy and I did not get that listed ahead of time. So when the video tutorial goes live tomorrow evening, you can view it then. I will tell you now, but obviously this is not going to be super ahead of when you see the tutorial video. You need 42 of the 2.5 inch squares for the front of the bag. You need probably about a ½ yard for the lining, and a ½ yard for the back of the bag. You're going to have some extra fabric there, but if you get a ½ yard, that's really not going to be big enough. And then you need 2.5 inch strips times the width of fabric. So just 2 regular 2.5 inch strips times the width by the width of fabric for your binding. So a ½ yard. I hope that helps. Tisha, do you have a link you can share to help me with a hardback finish, please? I would like to attach a bee stitch to a wood cutting board. Not sure how to finish or attach. I have a couple videos I have done, and I do think I left her a comment with those. It's not exactly that exact finish. I didn't do that one on camera, the one where I did the cutting board with my bee finish, but I have hardback finishes. I usually use hot glue, but you can watch Chantal's 141 design. She does lots of finishing videos there. You can watch Priscilla of Stitching with the Housewives on her YouTube channel. I will link both of their YouTube channels down below because she also shares some finishing video tutorials. I would do a search on YouTube for hardback finishes. And again, I will link my videos that I've done here on my channel, and then I will link both of those channels too. And there's lots of others as well. Patricia, how do you store and track what you have in floss? I do not have a good answer for that. I'm so sorry. She finds it challenging with different types. I have tried several different things, and I'm just going to tell you nothing I've done so far do I like. I will not bobbinate my DMC again. I know I've seen a lot of you say, you know, it takes up a lot less room, and I know that. I just don't have any interest in doing it. It is super time consuming and I do not want to do that. I am trying something new. It's nothing fancy. It's super, super basic. I actually am putting my floss on rings. So I have Classic Colorworks and I have a couple rings for that. Weeks Dye Works, a couple rings for that. And then DMC, several rings for that. And then I'm going to need a Gentle Arts as well at some point. And I keep them alphabetically or numerically. And I keep them on rings and they hang on a hanger. And I can just pull the ring off. I will share that. It's something I did. I started it about maybe 3 weeks ago. The bags were not doing it for me. I tried the Floss Away bags. I don't like it. I should have known I wasn't going to like it. It's just, they slip down. It's hard to find. And on the rings, I will tell you, so far, I found it very easy. I have a closet here in my craft room. And actually the hanger hangs in there and they take up no space, hardly at all. So that's what I do. I don't track my floss. It's just not what I want to spend my time doing. I know a lot of you have a lot of good suggestions for keeping track of your things like that. That's just not something that I'm interested in right at this time. So you may just kind of do a search too for different ways and I know there's some apps and things that you can use for tracking your products. Michelle, how do you store your floss drops after you finish a project? I put the floss drop right back on the ring in my closet actually now. So DMC, I just put the ring in there. And if I have a duplicate, I will pull the floss off of the duplicate and I'll put it all on one. There's not very many times that that's happened. But let's say you have a duplicate of 310. And you've had it in a couple different bags and you had a couple different DMC skeins of it. If I take one out of a project that's finished and I take it to my ring, I just take it off of the bob or the floss drop, pardon me, that it was on and I put it on the one that hangs in my closet. So that has been working for me really well. Idette, which plaid fabric did you use on the Harvest Wishes project bag? I did not bring that bag in here to show you. It was the edging. You mentioned Corey Yoder. It is a beautiful day fabric. It was like released a year and a half ago, so it's going to be a little harder to find. You can look on YouTube, but look up Beautiful Day. Gingham or plaid, I don't know what the name of it is, and you should be able to find it. It's from that collection. Teresa, how many strands of floss do you plan to use on 32 count linen for your summer sal piece? 2. On 32 count, I use 2 strands over 2, so 2 over 2. On 36 or 40, I use 1 over 2. Everything else I use 2. Okay, that is it for Q&A. Shout outs this week. So I just have 2 quick things I want to mention this week. First, congratulations to Primrose Cottage on reaching 10,000 subscribers. That is amazing. I love all of the ladies over at Primrose Cottage and I'm so happy for them. If you have not subscribed to their channel yet, please do so. They go live most Thursdays at, I don't want to tell you wrong. Check out, they always post on their Instagram. I think for me, it's 11 a.m. Central Time, but I might be wrong about that. But check that out. That's always fun. Plus, they always post if they're going to do a stitch with me or something like that live, which is amazing. They have some great tutorials on their channel. So subscribe if you haven't already. The second thing I want to mention is that Chantal of 141 Design has released, she charted her own little sampler from an antique or vintage sampler that she purchased, and she turned it into a series that she's starting and selling called Make Your Mark. And I know the initial run of those did sell out, which was a kit. It was the backing piece, the PDF stitch chart, the silk flosses, I believe, for that, and the linen or Ada. And those have sold out. She was a little overwhelmed. They sold out pretty quickly, but you know, starting something new, you don't know how that's going to go. I believe it will be monthly, so you'll definitely want to stay tuned, but She was able to get up a few more for pre-order, make your mark with the backer board and the PDF chart. She didn't have any more of the fabric or the floss, so you can always choose something from your stash or something you have, and you can stitch it up as well. So I will include a photo right here of what that looks like, and I will put a link down in the description below if you are interested. Finishes. I have one finish this week. So I mentioned last week that I saw Kathy of Hands On Design post this chart in her shop. It's a PDF, and my parents are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. It's later this week, actually. And so I stitched up this for my parents. I need to fully finish it. I had said I thought I would ship it to them, but because they're coming back for my grandfather's memorial service in June, but they're driving, they're not going to fly. So I'm just going to give it to them in person. So I have a little bit of extra time. But here is my finished piece. It is stitched on 32 count Mayflower Mocha by R&R. And it only used 2 colors. It used Gentle Arts Chalk and Weeks Dye Works Whiskey. And I'm just going to go find a little frame at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, and I am going to lace this and frame it. And I should be able to share that with you guys in the regular Sunday episode. But really fast little stitch. And I really love how it turned out. Very pretty and simple. I think it'll be super cute framed up and just be a nice little memento for my parents. Let's see. I did have a new start on Mother's Day. It was really not a whole lot. I worked most of Mother's Day. I'm just going to be flat honest. I had a ton of work to do. It had kind of been a hard couple of weeks. I guess I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video. I know I've mentioned it in several places, but we actually lost our senior dog that Tuesday after Mother's Day. And I knew I was going to be calling the vet Monday. And so I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling Mother's Day. I wasn't feeling stitching. I just wanted to snuggle him and love on him. And so that's what I did. And I had a hard time getting started, but I'm really excited to get back to it. And I will. And things are okay. It's always hard when you lose a pet. You guys know that. If you are a pet lover and if you've had a pet, more than likely you've gone through it. Even when it's the right thing, it sucks. Peyton did go with me, so that was great. Ethan said he wanted to, and then he changed his mind. He had a very, very hard time when we lost our Cujo for about almost 3.5, 4 years ago, and couldn't stay in the room, and I ended up going out to the waiting room with him, and I mean it was hard. That was hard. But Brendan and Peyton stayed with Cujo, and so I thought I was going to be on my own. Brendan said, "Mom, do you want me to come with you?" I said, "No," or I said, "You can if you want to, but I know you're at work." And it ended up Peyton has always been. I know I mentioned this when I wrote up my post about Brody and shared it on social, but Peyton was kind of his person. He had been abused at some point. He was a rescue. We did not have him from a puppy. And it took a while to get him out of his shell and to, get him to trust us. And Peyton she was patient. And I mean, she had really been the one who said, "Can we please have him? She was devastated when we lost Cujo. We all were, but she was the one who had the hardest time. And I say that literally, I could still cry now. But anyway, so she really spent a lot of time with Brody, and she just really didn't take no for an answer. And that's kind of her personality anyway. But got him out of his shell. So she is off work on Tuesdays, and so that was part of the reason I picked a Tuesday morning. And she was at the vet with her little puppy Coda, and her fiance took Coda out to the car, and they just waited, and Peyton held him and was with me, and it was hard. It's hard because she took it hard, and it was okay though. And anyway, I don't know why I went on that tangent. All to say, that's why I didn't get very much stitching. I started Channing Street by Annie B's, and it is beautiful and lovely, but I don't have very much done. I am stitching on, please tell me that I wrote down what I'm stitching on, 36 count parchment by Fiber on a Whim. Sometimes I do. That's all I got done, you guys. It's like the most pitiful start ever. Here are the colors. They are beautiful. Let's put them over here. So they're absolutely beautiful. It's going to be really fun. I'm excited to get back to this one. I had a couple other things I needed to do, and so, but I let it be my Mother's Day start this year, and I'm super glad. Yeah, it's going to be a good one, and a nice commemorative for. I like starting things. You guys know, you probably do that as well. Before I talk about the upcoming new starts, I am going to talk about my only other WIP. And I got to tell you guys, my Stitch Mania plans, it's kind of been it's been a kind of a hard few weeks. Losing my grandfather, losing Brody. It's been a lot. So I have given myself grace, and I have made a decision. I am working on my hands-on design. Season 2, A Year of Celebrations continues. I'm stitching it on 25 count Prim Lugana, and I have made some good progress. And I'll tell you what my decision, my Stitch Mania decision. So I finished January. I love it. I love the snowmen. So I finished January as I wanted to, and I did start May, and May is gorgeous. May should be done in just a couple hours of stitching, probably. And then, obviously, I have June left, and then I have October and November, which I missed. So, here's my new Stitch Mania plans for the remainder of the month. I'm going to stitch Monogamous May. And I'm going to stitch on this the rest of the month. I needed to simplify everything. I've got the sale coming up. I've got some other sales coming up, which I'm going to talk about next. And I decided just to do Monogamous May. I would love to have this finished and get it off to the framer. So that's what we're going to do. And I am real hopeful that I can get, if not the whole thing, everything but June. And then I can just finish out June and take it to the framer. So that is my plan, and that is the only other WIP I have for the week. Now, it's not really. I have a little secret thing I'm stitching that's a gift, and I don't want her to see it, so I'm not sharing it until next week. So I did stitch something else, and I will share that too. Upcoming sales. So, as I was going to say, starting on June 1st, welcome to the North Pole from Primrose Cottage. And I want to thank Lindsay and the team and Emily and the team at Primrose Cottage for sending me the chart, the floss, and the buttons. I am going to stitch along with this for their stitch along. I'm so excited and I'm so jealous. My friends Karen and Lori have both started this and have good starts on it. And I think my friend Heather also just started. She sent through a text in our little text thread that she started the other night. So I am hoping I'm going to be with those girls on June 1st. So this is something I'm going to have all kitted up and I'm going to take with me so I can start this. But I want to thank Primrose Cottage, and they sent extra charts for me to give along. I have a really good giveaway for you guys today. really good giveaway, okay? So stay tuned to the end of the video. I am going to stitch mine on 28 count light taupe. I know it's super hard to find. I'm sorry. I've had mine in my stash for a while, so I'm going to stitch mine on 28 count light taupe with all the called for threads. I have the buttons there, and if you haven't, please check out Lindsay's video that she did for the stitch along on the Primrose Cottage channel that we just talked about in the shout out section, because she mentions some tips and tricks for stitching. For example, the button pack was added kind of after she had designed this chart. So as you're stitching, if you're going to add the buttons, you might want to leave that stitching off in those sections. So definitely check out her video. I'll add a link to it down below. So the next thing I want to mention is the other stitch along that starts on June 1st is the Fat Quarter Shop Mystery Halloween Sal. It's called Haunted Halloween Mystery Sal. Completely free chart, but I mean, you will have to get floss, but you can pull floss from your stash, fabric from your stash, but I love that they do this. The Christmas one will be coming soon after that as well, but I am going to stitch along with this and Fat Quarter Shop. I did make some changes. So I did get the called for floss. I actually pulled it from my stash. Most of it. I think did I have to get anything? I don't think so. But I am going to stitch mine on this 36 count Grace Notes Reese. Is that how you say that? This is the Grace Notes Fabrics. It was released at Nashville Needlework Market. It's really this beautiful grayish, kind of has a purple undertone, mottled fabric. The called for fabric is pistachio from, I want to say Fiber on a Whim, but I might be wrong. And it's beautiful, but it's pistachio, so it's definitely a greenish color, and it looks gorgeous. I don't know if I'll need to make any color changes or not, but gray really works with my decor better. And I had picked this up from Fat Quarter Shop anyway. They have this in different size and counts of fabric, so definitely check that out if you're interested. I will have a link to this down below as well, but I'm really excited about that. And that's the other stitch along that is starting soon. Okay, free charts. If you haven't already checked it out, several of you let me know that Cherry Hill Stitchery, which is the company I picked for my Flossiversary Summer Sal Stitch Along, has a free chart called Freedom, and I'm going to insert a picture right here, and it would be perfect for the Sal. I absolutely love it. It's an amazing chart. So thank you to Cherry Hill Stitchery for such a great chart. And it's a great one to add to your patriotic stitching if you love that. Okay, last week I went live here on my YouTube channel and did a Flossiversary Summer Sal Q&A where you could ask questions. I talked about the products that I'm going to use for both the bag and then for the stitch along, and I just kind of talked about it, answered anything that you wanted to know. So check that out. I will put a link for the video down in the description below as well. But I did want to show here, because I did get this in and I did show this in the video. This is what I'm going to be stitching my piece on. It's 32 count Paper Bark by Fox and Rabbit. Beautiful, very, very subtle modeling, just kind of slightly that, you know, I don't want to do white. And I don't want to do something super dark. So this is what I picked. I actually, my secret piece that I'm stitching for a friend, I'm stitching on this because see, we're missing a little corner. But I did buy this in a yard. If you purchase from Fat Quarter Shop, they only sell Fox and Rabbit in yard cuts, so it is kind of pricey, but this is one of those that I will use all of it. Anytime I've bought a yard of fabric from Fat Quarter Shop, I use it all, or, you know, I can give it to friends, I guess, if I have all this fabric. But I'm going to stitch all of my patriotic from the Cherry Hill Stitchery, from the stitch along on this one. So I did want to mention that, and that's part of my haul, so I probably won't show that again. To remind everyone, the charts I have chosen to stitch for the Flossiversary Sal. Well, that was not right. I'm doing Stars and Stripes Forever, and I'm doing Red, White, and Bloom, and I'm hoping to stitch them together and put them on one of the Plentiful Pocket Paddles from 141 Design. What we used for the More Chocolate Bunnies, Sal, I wanted a hardback finish. You can also stitch these and make them into pillows, put them on other hardback finishes, frame them. The sky is the limit, y'all. So it's just kind of more of a free-for-all type, yeah, type of Sal. So these are the charts, and then my bonus that I am going to also be doing is, this is a paper only chart from Cherry Hill Stitchery. They do have a few charts that are paper only, and this is Land That I Love, and I'm going to make one of those little skinny pillows because I thought next to the hard finish, a little soft pillow finish would be absolutely adorable. So that is what I am doing for my Sal. I have most of my floss here. There are 2 colors that are sold out at both my Michaels and Hobby Lobby. I need to go back this week and look. And I'm going to get all these put on floss drops this week and get it all kitted up and ready to go. If you have any questions, let me know down in the description. I also am listing down below all of the charts, all of the information, links to all the other patriotic Cherry Hill Stitchery charts. One question I've seen quite a bit, and I know I've tried to answer it whenever I've seen it, but I thought maybe I would just say it here. I've had several questions about, can I stitch any patriotic chart? You can. In order to be considered for any of the giveaways that I'm doing, it's going to have to be one of the Cherry Hill Stitchery charts. It doesn't have to be the exact ones I'm doing, but it's going to have to be one of their patriotic charts. And that is really just to make it fair so that it's not just a complete anything. And that's because of some of the giveaways that are coming. And that is what I did for the More Chocolate Bunnies as well. So there's nothing different with that. Okay, Fat Quarter Shop is hosting Red, White, and June, starting in June, which means stitching along Patriotic the month of June, and I am going to stitch Patriotic the month of June as well. And I'm just going to show you, am I going to stitch all these charts? No, but I am going to show you what I have pulled in my Patriotic bags, set aside. And I really want to be intentional and just stitch like one at a time. They're all small for the most part. Other than the Sal. The Sal will be a weekly stitch that I do, but it's also not super, it's not super huge, so that's going to be fine. Most of these are going to be on the small side. Maybe 1 or 2 won't be super small, but I thought I would show you what I have pulled for that. So the first one I want to show is Bee Sweet by Annie Bees. I mean, it's a beehive and a flag. I know I showed you this a couple weeks ago in my haul. Well, a couple weeks ago. It's probably a couple months ago in my haul. I saw Chantal stitching it and I had to have it. I got all of my floss. I think this I will also stitch on that 32 count paper bark that I showed because I think that the colors will all show up really well on it. I was kind of doing a little floss toss and I thought it looked good. So here is one of my patriotic charts that I have in my collection. Again, I have no illusions of getting all of these, or delusions of getting all these stitched this year. I want to stitch as much as I can patriotic in June before we move on to Christmas stitching in July. The next one, I don't have all my floss for yet, but I really, really want to stitch this one. This is, Sweet Home, Home Sweet Home by With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais. I'm not sure what color I'm going to stitch this on yet. It might be paper bark too. It might not. It might be a little bit darker color. We shall see. What is the called for? Vintage Homespun by R&R. Yeah, I'll pick something. Beautiful fabric. I will make mine into, I'll probably make both of these into little pillows. It's part of the reason I'm choosing to do my Sal on a hardbacker. These are all going to be littles. Like, I expect these to be like evening stitches. And I had started, no, not this one. This is the new one. Okay, so this is USA by Emily Call. And I do want to share that I'm going to use my Color and Cotton from this month's Thread Club. I know Color and Cotton just posted either this morning or yesterday, this week, that they had a few extras in their shop left over. I don't know if they're still there. I did not go look. So if you want to get them, beautiful colors, perfect for this. And I am going to be using these colors for all of these. So I have USA. This is a little freebie that I shared last week from her Instagram, July 4th. And I want these to all look pretty alike. Okay, here's the one I wanted to talk about that I started on 36 count antique white. I'm going to switch and I'm not going to stitch on 36 count antique white. I don't love stitching on it. This should have been really quick and fast and I just haven't come back to it because I don't like stitching on it. So I don't know what we'll do with that, something. And it is Sweet Liberty. It's these two little pillows. And again, I'm going to switch the colors. I was using the called for DMC. I'm just going to use the Color and Cotton for all of these. And I don't know what fabric. I'll let you guys know when I get going on those. The others that I have pulled, I don't know that I'll get to them this year. These also I shared, I think last week. These are the Patriotic Flowers from Emily Call. So cute. She has a lot of cute little patriotics. I also have pulled the Patriotic Tiny Town that I really, really want to stitch. I really want to stitch all of these. Who are we kidding? And then these were gifts from a viewer, and I want to stitch both of these. These are Heartstring Samplery, Sweet Land of Liberty, and For Spacious Skies. I love both of those. But I don't know that I'll get to them this year. I also bought this one last year, and I really still want to stitch this. It's Tiny Modernist Mouse's 4th of July Ride. I love it. And I will show this one really quick. I also have the Seasons of Heart from With Thy Needle and Thread, and I would really like to stitch the summer pillow. But I'm going to stitch Home Sweet Home this year. I don't know if I'll get to that one or not, but I'd like to. Then I am going to stitch along with Fat Quarter Shop from the Summer Memories book, these Susan Aki patterns. And I am going to stitch, and I did write them down, so let me look. For sure, I'm going to stitch Cherry Season, which is this one back here, little cherry tree. I'm going to stitch Freedom Flowers. I'm going to stitch Proud and True, the flag. And those are the three I'm for sure going to stitch. I don't know if I'll get to any others or not. This book is amazing, amazing. So definitely check it out. I don't know that I'm going to use the called for Orifloss. I still am on the fence. I may use the Color and Cotton, or I might pick something from my stash. My friend Lori also did a over-dyed color conversion. I'll grab it from her and I will try to post about that because she went and looked at all the called for Orifloss, and then she did a color conversion of overdyes. And I think it's mostly Classic Color Works and maybe some Weeks. Quilting this week. I did do something for some new friends, but I don't have them with me, and so I can't share them. I sent them off to them, but I made some bead cases for a couple of friends just for them to enjoy. So that's what I did. I really didn't have time to do a whole lot of else. So that's it. That's it for the quilting this week. I will have quite a bit to share with you next week. I have so many projects cut and ready to go. haul this week. So let's go over the cross stitch haul first. I already showed you paper bark. I also bought I bought Salt Brush from Fox and Rabbit, which I think it's a nice darker color, almost mushroomy, kind of like mushroom Lugana. All of these are 32. I've really been on a 32 kick. I don't know why, but I have been. So I got Salt Brush, and just to hold it up so you can see the difference. That's actually pretty good color right there. And then I also got Mayflower, which I love this color. So this is a good one too. It's a little bit creamier. I am going to pull that paper bark out, put it where it goes. And then I have been wanting this color. It's been in and out of my cart, in and out of my cart, in and out. I always can't say I'm not going to buy it. I put it in my cart and then I put it back in my wish list. And then I saw Jessica of the Sweetwater Stitcher say that she bought this color fabric to do patriotic stitches on, and I was like, yes. So it's very, very mottled, I know, but it's Tornado, and I thought, oh my gosh, yes. Like bold red samplers would be cool on this. I think there's a lot of different things. So I did pick up the Tornado from Fox and Rabbit as well. I was on a fabric kick. I'm on a fabric kick. Still kind of on a fabric kick. I also picked this up. This is the Classic Christmas from Hands On Design. I think this was part of the Jingle Ball. Am I right about that, guys? Last year, but she released it now. I don't know if I'll do the called for color or maybe change some of them, but I think this is just absolutely precious. So picked that cutie up. And then let me see. I'm going to do all of my cross stitch and then I'll do quilt fabric. Cherry Hill Stitchery. She has one already that I have started. And so I thought, I don't really want to get another watermelon pattern, but I decided to get it, and I'm glad I did, because I think I have a really fun idea for one or the other of them, and then to use the other one as decor. So this is Watermelon Summer from Cherry Hill Stitchery. This is a download, and then there is a bonus included. There you get a little peek, but absolutely darling, perfect stitching for summertime, nice, quick, easy. So I picked up that. And while I was in her shop, I swear I have been through her patterns. I don't know if she just put this in. I don't know if it was a part of a magazine or something and now she can sell it. I have no idea. I had not seen this before. And if you were part of my card making live, I believe last week, I said that my hairdresser, she had a very difficult pregnancy. Number one, she had a little boy 3 weeks ago, maybe 3.5 now. And he has been in the NICU, even though he's a big baby. I mean, he was like, I think he's up to 10 pounds now, but he was like 8, I think 7 or 8 when he was born. So not tiny. He was born early. She is a type 1 diabetic. And there were some complications and things. And apparently she talked all about it. Anyway, I asked for prayers for her because it's been very, very hard. She's struggling, wanted to bring her little guy home so bad, of course. And then she has a daughter, and her daughter hasn't, and she's, oh gosh, how old is Kingsley? 11 or 12. She hasn't even got to meet her little brother because, kids can't go into the NICU. And so it's been terrible. Her and her husband are always up there, with the baby and stuff. And it's been heartbreaking. Well, she got to bring him home. So thank you guys for your prayers. I did want to mention that because she's just happy as can be. And he is so cute. I can hardly wait to meet him. The next time I'm getting my hair done, because she won't be back from maternity leave yet, I'm going to call and because she said that she would bring him over because I need baby snuggles. He's precious. Long story short, you guys, or long story long, whatever. She decorated his nursery. It kind of has like some safari theme in it. And I actually have made a card that's going to match this in a way, but I saw this in the Cherry Hill Stitchery shop, and I think I'll change a couple of the colors to make it a little bit more muted-y, and I'll take the pink out. But how cute is this? And I'll just put his name is Khalil, and I'm going to put his name in here and his birthday. But I thought I would just make her a little something for his nursery to go with the gift I got him. So, I just thought this was so precious. And I'm a little bit picky. I haven't seen a ton of baby things that I love. I swear I've never seen this before. Is this new in her shop? Does anyone else know? Because I was thrilled. When I saw this, I thought, it's meant to be. It's just meant to be. Okay. I did go a little fabric crazy. Hold on. Okay, so I pre-ordered this a long time ago. This is the quilt kit. It is Christmas Eve from Lella Boutique. This is the Moda kit. The finished size of this quilt is 77 by 77. And I did buy the backing fabric for this as well. I am going to be sewing this up in July. There are some kits still available. I would expect these are going to go pretty fast if they are. I haven't checked. I think they're still available. They were still available as of last Friday. I don't know if they are still available or not, but you can get the pattern and get any fabric you want, but I know her Christmas collections are very, very popular. So I'm very excited about that. I'm normally not a kit-ish person, but I had to jump on that because I absolutely love it. Okay. Also, here's the background fabric. Is that not beautiful? Because I love the collection so much, I need a cute bag for my North Pole stitch, don't you think? I really think I need to make up that Santa and put him on the front of a bag is what I really think. But I was just going to do up a patchwork bag. So I bought a mini charm pack of the Christmas Eve fabric collection, which is what the kit is made of. This is the Fa La La is going to be the binding. This beautiful print here is the backing. And then I got the little green polka dot for the binding. So I'm going to make up a Christmas bag. Maybe if I get real motivated, I might make up the Santa block just from some extra fabric to make a project bag. We'll see if I can get that done. Keep me on it. I want to make up several more patriotic bags, and I promise not all of my project bags are going to be patchwork, but I'm kind of loving them right now, and so I wanted to have several different samples. This is the Isabella collection from Minnick and Simpson. I got the mini charm pack. This is going to be the back of my bag. This is going to be the lining. And then I picked up this beautiful patriotic stripe for the binding. So back of the bag, lining, binding, and then the patchwork front. Before it's all gone, I know I've already made one of these bags, so this one won't be for me, but I bought several more of the Liberty charm packs. Whoops, Sweet Liberty charm packs. I think this is the backing, lining, binding. And I did have to buy the binding somewhere else. It got sold out at not Simon Says Stamp, that's card making, at Fat Quarter Shop. So Shabby Fabrics had this, but you can use whatever, but I just love this so much. I love this collection. So I bought more. Yes, I'm making some for my 100K giveaway. I'm prepping. I'm prepping for it. And then I have wanted this collection forever, and I never pulled the trigger. I decided get it for project bags. So I'm going to have one for me. I'll make one extra. It will be a giveaway at some point. It is the So Wonderful collection from Moda. Backing, lining, no, lining. And I know you can't, maybe if I hold it up close. It's a tone-on-tone stitching. Cute. This is lining, and then this orange is the binding. Super, super pretty. It's got like mints and peaches and pinks. So fun. Anyway, so I'm going to make one extra of those, so I'll have one of those for a giveaway as well. Okay, if you saw my Flossiversary Summer Sal Q&A, you have seen this. This is the fabric I chose, and I've posted about it, but I showed it. The fabric I chose for my the bag tutorial. We have this, which is going to be the lining of the bag. This little red, so like a blue and creamy white. It's not cream, but it's this beautiful white. We have our red gingham plaid, or gingham. That's going to be the back of the bag. This beautiful patriotic is going to be the binding, or it is the binding. And then this is the jelly roll. This is the aim here. I took it out of the thing to show everybody. So this is the Amy Smart Portsmouth collection, and it's 2.5-inch strips. I'm going to cut them into 2.5 squares for the bag. And I bought plenty because some of those are going to be giveaways during our sale. Okay, let me look at my haul list. I think I talked about everything that I got. Okay, Stitchy mail. I hope I'm not wrong about this. I had a little bit of a mess in my kitchen, on my kitchen counter, or my kitchen table. I think these are all from Susan. If these are not from you, Susan, and I am wrong about that, I apologize. I got several patterns in the mail. These are all going to be future giveaways, and I just want to say thank you. If this is not from Susan, can you please drop me a note, because I want to send you a thank you card, and I'm going to be so embarrassed if, like I said, I made a mess and things got mixed up, and so I'm really hoping I'm not wrong. We have the Bee in the Bonnet stitch cards, and again, all future giveaways. The little bird in the hand from Heart in Hand, little cute Valentine stitch. I want to do this finish sometime with this little pocket where you can stick stuff in. That is so precious. I love that. The February from, is it Puntini? I'm probably saying that wrong. These are all so super cute. All the monthly ones of these are cute. And even comes with the button to finish. That'll be a giveaway. Lots of February charts. Here is another cute, this is the month to month February. And also Stitching with the Housewives, the Sweetheart Street, Let's Go Ride a Bike. This one is super cute. I love the mailbox, and I love the dog sitting on the bike. Very, very cute. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now these I were smart and I kept them in the envelope so I know exactly who they came from. Okay, so what happened was I took it out of the envelope, and the patterns and also a couple other things were on the table, and I'm just not sure if I mixed everything up. So this is from Kara, and Kara won a giveaway, excuse me, and she sent me a beautiful thank you card, which you never have to do, by the way. I appreciate it, but you definitely don't have to do that. And then she sent several colors of floss. She sent Daisy, Poppy, oh gosh, aren't those pretty? And then Bee's Knees, which is one of my absolute favorites, and I actually need that. So thank you, Kara. That was so sweet of you. I appreciate it. Love that. And then Barb sent me this absolutely stunning card. I don't know how she did that. Maybe it's a transparency. So pretty. Thank you so much, Barb. But she said in her card that I had mentioned during my Easter video that I didn't have bunny ears to wear in my video, and she found these, and so she thought I needed them. So guess what? I am all set for next Easter. These are awesome. There. I like it with one ear kind of wonky. Thank you, Barb. These are awesome. They're going in my little prop drawer for sure. Thank you, everyone, for the wonderful Stitchy mail. Okay, so it's not exactly Stitchy mail because I did buy it, but I have a sweet viewer, Lisa. I wanted to share this card because Lisa sent me this card as well, which is one of my favorite stamp sets from Lawn Fawn. So stinking cute. That's going on display. She had picked up an extra pack of the Welcome to the North Pole floss for the Stitch, and she just wanted to see if someone needed it, and I just bought it from her because I wanted to include it as a giveaway. So I know that these have been kind of hard to come by, so that is going to be in a giveaway today too, so I wanted to mention that as kind of part of my Stitchy mail or haul, I guess, if you will. Let's do some giveaways. So from Flosstube 44, I had 5 giveaways, and I will include the comment down in or across the screen here. If that is your comment, please email me at the email address in the description below with your mailing address, and I will get your prize out to you ASAP. The winner of April Stackables is Jennifer Moreland. The winner of the Chicken Club Beatrice is Caroline Horner. The winner of the Sweet Laurel pattern from It's So Emma and Fat Quarter Shop is MrsScrapbookingBling. The winner of the Fat Quarter Shop Flower Peddler quilt pattern is Dawn Jones. And the winner of Spangled quilt pattern from Fat Quarter Shop is Pat Fortner. Congratulations, everyone. Again, please email me with your mailing address and I will get those out in the mail. Okay, you still have until Wednesday, May 24th at 8 a.m. Central Time to leave a comment for Flosstube 45, and there's a link in the description below for that. I will be then drawing winners, and I will announce those in the next week. Okay, this week I have one giveaway. It's a good one. So this week you can leave the comment, and I will put it along the bottom of the screen as well, by Wednesday, May 31st at 8 a.m. Central Time. You'll have that long to leave a comment in order to win this, and then I will draw a winner and get this out in the mail to you. And you shouldn't get it too late to get started. So in the description, just put just leave a 1 for it. You need to put a 1 in there, so that's how I search, because sometimes people leave comments and aren't interested in the prize, and I still want you to be able to leave a comment. So make sure you like the channel, subscribe to my channel as well. We're getting very close to 100K. I have a lot of good stuff, you guys, for you, for our party. So like, subscribe, please be a U.S. resident, please be over 18. I have to ask for your email or for your mailing address. Sorry. And with that being said, this week, put a 1 if you would like the North Pole pattern and all of the floss to complete this. This is a very, very nice prize. It's a pretty big value. So one lucky winner is going to win the chart and the floss pack. So just one prize today. I wanted to get this going as soon as possible so that you could stitch along with Primrose Cottage and everybody during the next 6 months. For this stitch along, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 6-month stitch along, so there's a section each month. Okay, everybody, I think that is it for today. I'm looking forward to the bag tutorial tomorrow evening. That will be at 7 p.m. Central Time. It is a premiere edited video. Join me there. I will be in the chat talking to everybody while that video is playing for the very first time. And of course, then you can reference it at any point. Thank you guys, as always, for being here. I love spending this time with you, and I will see you all next time. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to always be notified when I have a new Flosstube stitching or quilting video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.